Okay, so I just wanted to like summarize everything and just kind of show you a simple process for how an AI chatbot is created, or like an example of a private GPT that is created. Now, if you're creating a private GPT with OpenAI, a lot of that is kind of done for you, so you don't have to worry about it. But I just kind of wanted to give you an overview, and then if you're doing like a business application, this is like the general, more simplistic thing of what is happening to create like a knowledge chatbot or like a customer service chatbot. So basically, first of all, we need some kind of a knowledge. We need like the knowledge of your overall business, like that's PDFs, books, whatever kind of knowledge that you have. We need to gather up all that knowledge, and like books, PDFs, as I said, we need to chunk that knowledge. So as I said, chunking is breaking those tokens into manageable chunks. So a happy medium is kind of say 400 to 800 tokens. So you chunk all that document up of maybe it's like a 200-page document, chunked up all that into like 400 to 800 tokens. And then each of them, we embed them. So each chunk then turns into a vector. So as I discussed before, a vector is basically the AI turning the meaning of these chunks into searchable numbers and math. So it actually helps the AI understand meaning better and search things much quicker. So an example of one of these embedded models is OpenAI's text embedding 3 small. So that's just a simple model on the back end. It's not the same as the front end models that OpenAI have. It's a back end model that actually just is used to turn this information, like these chunks, into vectors. But we want to make sure that the model we're using is consistent across all the knowledge base, because if it's different, then it's not going to work. You need to use the same one. But then the next thing was we store these vectors in a searchable vector database. So more complex ones, something like a Pinecone. Other ones, like a simpler, lower code one, is Relevance AI. Of course, there's more. And then like private GPTs, like OpenAI, if it's more simple one, they'll handle most of that for you. So then next thing is we need an AI interface. So this is like where we ask a user, or we ask the questions to the AI. So obviously a lot of people probably have seen OpenAI's user interface, the simple thing where you ask questions to it and then get a response. Other things you could actually use for interfaces sometimes, if you're building your own, you can even use like WhatsApp or Slack or different other interfaces as well, or obviously you can build your own too. So what exactly happens when you ask that GPT or whatever the interface, the AI question? So you ask that question, then that question itself is also turned into a vector. Similar to the knowledge base, they're also turned into a vector, which is like maths. And then that vector is then searched within the knowledge base of all the other vectors it's already seen. So it figures all that out, searches all that, and then gives you the final answer when it puts it all together. So that's just a simple overview of how these things happen, how they operate. I often find this kind of stuff kind of useful just to know the underlying thing in a simplistic way. So yeah, if you like this video and want to learn a bit more about AI or even other like business related stuff, definitely subscribe below.